as the club president this year, and I wanted to just share in this excitement. We're so glad you're here and that we can celebrate this wonderful event together. I wanted to share just a minute of how we got here, because honestly, this apiary is something I've dreamed about for a while, but wasn't quite sure how to make it happen. I always believed that a club apiary could be really something special for our members, a place where beekeeping isn't just something you read about or hear about at a monthly meeting, but something you can actually do together as a community. The hesitation was always the practical side, the land, the logistics, right? The ongoing management. How do you build something like that in a way that works for everyone? Then our Vice President, Anya, discovered the Cincinnati Zoo opportunity, and was perfect timing for all of us. I'm so grateful she brought it to the table, because the moment I heard about it, I knew this was exactly what we've been waiting for. This partnership means so much more than just having a place to put hives. It means that a club member who has always been curious about beekeeping, but isn't really ready to commit to hives in their backyard yet, they can come out here and get their hands in it. It means someone brand new can decide, is this hobby even for me, without a huge investment. And it means that all of us get to be part of something bigger, a working apiary, a real partnership, a shared purpose. Some of you might know that I'm an artist and an art teacher by profession, and I've noticed that beekeepers are a lot like the arts community. Warm, generous, quick to share what they know so that others can succeed. And I still remember my very first club meeting attendance a couple of years ago. I came just to check it out, try to decide if it was for me or not, but before that night was over, someone had befriended me on the spot and invited me out to visit her apiary right after the meeting was done. And that kind of welcome sticks with you. That's the spirit that this apiary is built on. So before I wanted to close, I wanted to take a moment to introduce this wonderful team of officers who helps make this club run. Please give a warm welcome to our Vice President, Anya, our Secretary, Jess, our Treasurer, Justin, and our Co-Education Advisors, Bernie and Dallas, who just joined the team. This club is in great hands, and I'm so proud to serve alongside with each of this team. I also wanted to extend some heartfelt thanks to Chase. Chase, your support throughout this whole process has meant so much. We couldn't have done it without you. And of course, Morgan. Where's Morgan? Morgan, yes, our own club member and Cincinnati Zoo employee. You have been the bridge that made this possible. We're so grateful for you. So tonight we celebrate a great partnership and a community of beekeepers who show up for each other just like they always have. Welcome to the Boyer Farm Club Apiary. All right, we're going to take a minute to just hear about the hives and how they came to be. So Dallas was one of our key components in helping that happen. Dallas, tell us about it.
I'll have to look at my notes too. Yeah, thank you so much. And we are very excited. I'm going to thank the zoo and Chase and everyone for helping us out here. I was asked to just speak briefly, and I said I can't speak briefly on anything. I'm an old school superintendent, and we just keep rattling, so I got to stick to my notes. Several months ago, as was just explained, that representatives from the zoo and our club began talking about this dream. And then all of a sudden it starts to get a little further and further advanced, and here we are in early March. We're coming out to the site here, and we're seeing that, wow, this is pretty nice. So around the mid-March, with Chase, myself, Lauren, Laura, we were here and we said, wow, what a great opportunity, what a great place for an apiary right here, as you see. So we decided this would be it. So then we have to realize, okay, now we've got this dream, how are we going to get the bees to get them here? You know, so without a lot of expense, and that was the key, you know, we're going to try to do this the old natural way. Can we get our own swarms? So on, I think it was March the 29th, a couple of us came out and we put in 3 swarm boxes, and this neighboring, it's the zoos, the tree lines over there. And before you knew it, come, I believe it was April the 9th, I get a call from Butch, who is the farmer that works all the land here, and he says, wait, I just heard a swarm of bees going over the barn here, and it looks like they're headed towards your swarm boxes. I don't live that far away. So I get in my truck, and I'm over here in just a few minutes, and I ran out there, and all of a sudden, yes, doggone, we have a swarm of bees landed in our first swarm box. That's great, that wasn't. So, what was so great about that was the fact that the very next morning we had a meeting here with some of our club members, and they helped get this thing ready to go. So we cleaned it all out and we installed these 5 new hives that you see here. So, as swarm number 1 is out there, and we leave them there for a few days so they can get oriented into their temporary new home, then we will bring them over and put them into their new home. But on the 13th of April, I'm out here because I like to come over once in a while and walk around, and I see another swarm. A huge swarm on another trap. So I call my friend Lauren, I say, hey, we got another swarm. And so Lauren and I come out the next day, and we go out there and we go, there's not a bee out there. Where did they go? We have no idea where they went. So we're kind of a little bit disappointed. We walk back over here, and we had just put these boxes in, right? There's not a thing in them except now we've got bees. The swarm had moved from over there over here in one day. We didn't even have to move them, so they moved into their permanent home immediately. So that was swarm 2. So I get a call a few days later from this young lady who says, hey, Lauren and I are going to go get a swarm. I think it's out of a tree. So they did it the old-fashioned way. Away from this location, they got informed about a swarm. They go to the tree, they shake it out into a box. You guys know what I'm talking about. They take this swarm, they bring it over, and they put it in hive 3. Okay, so now we've got 3 of 5. That's pretty good. All right, 2 weeks later, I'm taking a walk back here. I call Lauren, I said, I think I got another swarm. Now that's amazing. 3 boxes back here, 100%, 3 swarms. We come over, we get the swarm, we put it in, and now that's 4. So 4 out of 5 is not bad. So we're thinking, okay, we really want to get this 5th swarm. We had the thought that we might have to purchase some swarms, but you know, we maybe not have to do that. So we do have a club member who did bring a nuke over, and a nuke, of course, for some of you, as a nuke is simply a set of frames with a queen and some eggs and maybe some brood and some extra bees, and he then supplied it for swarm number 5. So within less than 30 days of us setting this up and getting this all set up back here, we now have 5 brand new swarms, and they're all doing very, very, very well. In fact, this Saturday, so how do we maintain this? So bi-weekly, we have a meeting where we have some volunteers who signed up on this sheet, and we meet here every couple weeks, and we will help maintain the property. We'll go through each of the hives, and if anybody would like to come, that's fine. We usually start at 10. I wish it was a little later, but 10 will be fine in the summer. But we start at about 10 o'clock, and when that happens, we go through the hives. It's a teaching and learning experience. That's the key. I'm an adult educator, and I like to teach, I like to talk. And so we kind of walk through, especially with the newbies. What a great experience for them to get in and see what's going on. So this Saturday, actually, we're going to be doing that this Saturday at 10 o'clock. So that's kind of the story behind this. So now, after less than 30 days, we have bees in our hives, in our apiary, and the joint apiary, and thank you to Chase for everything he has done. And quite frankly, they're already pollinating and making that magic honey. So thank you so much.
The swarm box is still on?
No, we took them down because we started to get a couple of those secondary swarms, which were fine out. So we had fun.
We don't need any more.
We took them down about a week ago.
Hi everyone, I'm Morgan Gonzalez. I'm an AmeriCorps sustainability member at the zoo, and I'm also a club member at the Warren County Beekeepers Club. I've just started bee school this January, so I'm still learning, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be here, see the hives. I was able to help install the hives, and it just really is a great way to show how this is an opening for a community to hear about everyone else in Warren County who is our neighbors. It's a great way to get hands-on learning experience as someone who's a student to the beekeeping world myself, and I'm just really appreciative that this came together. And it's a great exposure too we have summer campers who are here, so maybe they're not seeing the hives, but they're getting exposure to it. It's something that they will maybe be more curious about in the future, and it's just another great way to be a part of the pollinator ecosystem that's happening right here. So I know if Chase wants to talk a little bit about what happens here at Boyer. And
yeah. So who's familiar with Boyer Farm and what we're quite a bit of you, yeah. So there's a few things going on here. I think since 2012 is when the zoo learned they're going to start making things happening here in the zoo way. So for one, the native plant nursery and nursery that goes, some of the plants go to the zoo, that has gone from one Quonset since I've been here to about 12. So wow. We're looking towards vitalizing this place, putting as much life into this place, and I think not just for the wildlife but also for the people. So I think having you guys here and more of a community aspect will more so do that. So I'm glad you guys are part of the team. Yeah.
All right, we're going to do our little ceremony. Then after the ceremony, we're going to go up and have the fried chicken is there, and they're really Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So we have those delivered up there, and then we're going to have it eat, and everybody just get to know each other and get to know each other in the community. We have, as he mentioned, this Saturday, we're going to come back here and work in the apiary, so anybody can come from the club and come and watch. Probably all won't get in the hive, but we can take turns. But anyway, come and learn. We have Lauren typically is our educator for the Langstroth style, and Dallas helps us with the Layens style, which is the long style hive. So we cover both styles, which I love. I love that it's including all these different ways of being.
Brady, Amanda, and Sam, they're the, if you haven't been on Hamilton Road, we have the solar site there. They run the sheep that are under those panels. And potentially we might have bees over there at some point too. So we consider them part of the zoo.
They haven't given us shirts yet.
Yeah.
I'll get on them.